It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's coming up next.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he punted away for the fourth time today. Here comes Rager. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
New York set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. Flush to his right. He'll get this one to Galladay. He's got room at the 30. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, 54 yards. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there. And the numbers on the next-gen stats always tells us the story. He tacked on better than 40 yards after the catch.
Extra point try good by Gano, and we are even at 10 apiece. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Dancing away at the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
We got a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running out to the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook, and he'll get this one down to about the 27.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Cousins now. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Cousins. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still 2nd down.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This is the be quick in the don't hurry. That went right out the window there. He was hurrying, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Cousins. And complete right side to Cook.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Cousins now from the 50. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. the play fake. Jones, they'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He'll give them an instant to react. It's a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's got Bellinger. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They were both wondering if they were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Giants have it, it's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is confirmed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Cook up the gut. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a show for the entire game. When you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.